In engineering, the efficient use of calculator is very important. So, in many subjects, we have to solve the numerical problems. For example, in BEE, we have numerical problems. In mechanics, we have numerical problems. In physics, we have numerical problems. In chemistry, we have numerical problems. And in mathematics, also, we have numerical problems. So, if we can use the calculator efficiently, then we can solve this problem and save our time easily. Now, what is the calculator to be used in engineering? So, the important is if we use the calculator FX991 MS ES or upgraded one, that will be a good one. Okay, so let us consider the different modes of the calculator. Now, we need to understand the degree and radian, how to change the degree to radian and radian to degree. Now we consider this by default mode is degree, so here we can see D. Now we want to change this degree mode to radian mode. So if we use shift and then mode, then we get the choice whether we want to calculate in terms of degree, in terms of radian. Now the important thing is when we can use degree and when we can use radian. So all the mathematical calculations when it comes to the trigonometric ratios like sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent and all, we use radian. But when it comes to the applied subjects, then the degree also can be used. But mostly in mathematical calculations we use the radian. And now if I want to change to degree to radian, then we use 4. So if we use 4, then this D over here changes to R. So now the measure is radians. So this way we can change the mode from degree to radian, and again we want back degree, so we have to go to shift and then mode, and then we want degree, so we consider 3, so we get again back it to the degree. Now let us try the example with one variable and one equation, and the degree of this equation is going to be 1, so we have to solve the linear equation only. So how to solve this linear equation using the calculator? Now what suppose we have the example 100x plus 50 is equal to 60x. Now we want to solve this example 100x plus 50 is equal to 60. So let us type this example. So we have 100x, this is going to be 100, then we want to type x. So for this we have to use alpha, and here we have x. So we got 100x plus 50. Now we have this plus and 50, so 50. Now we got it as 100x plus 50. Now we want to write equal to. So this equal to button works as the enter key also, and hence we should not use this while solving this kind of equation. So how to type equal to? Then we have alpha and this equal to. So we got 100x plus 50 equal to, and now we want to type 60x. So we have this 60, and again we want to type x. So we have alpha and x, and now we want to solve this equation. So we have to use shift and this button cal C. So shift cal C, what we have is solve. So shift cal C, and it will solve for x. So if you now equal to, so it will give you the value of x. So x is equal to minus 1.25, and then this L minus R means the left hand side and minus right hand side. So this is the error term actually in calculation. So here it is showing that error is 0. So this is the most accurate value of x satisfying this equation. Now let us consider the two equations with two unknowns. So if we want to solve the two equations with two unknowns, then we need to go to mode, and here we have to solve the equation. So we have to choose the equation. So choice for equation is 5, so we choose 5. Now we got into the equations. So we need to understand what type of equation we are solving. So see what type of equation we have. 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. So here it is anx plus bny is equal to cn. So this is the equation of type 2 variables. Okay, so we are solving the equations with 2 variables and hence we choose 1. So if we choose 1, it will ask the values of what are the values of a's, what are the values of b's, and what are the value of c's. So what are the value of a? So we have 2. So we put 2, and then to enter this value we use equal. So the first value of a is selected 2. Now the first value of b is 3. So we use 3 and then equal to. So we got the first value of b. And now first value of c. So we have 12. So we enter this 12 and equal to. So this way we got the first equation here. Now we need to enter the second equation. So we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 15. So we need to enter first 3. So let us enter this 3 and then equal to. So first second a we got now. So now next coefficient 2. So we enter 2 and equal to. So we got this 2 also. Now we have to enter this 15. So we consider 15 and equal to. So now we have entered all the coefficient. So let us solve this. So if you again press this button, enter, this will solve the equation, and see we got the value of x is equal to 21 by 5. Now this is the simple fraction. If we want to change it to the decimal, then we have to use this button S to D. So simple fraction to decimal fraction. So simple to decimal, and you can see the value of x is 4.2. Then we want what is the value of y. So we consider, again we enter, and then it shows the value of y. The value of y is 6 by 5. So again we can see the decimal. So we can go from simple fraction to decimal, and hence it is going to be 1.2. So this way we are able to solve the system of two equations with two unknowns. Now let us consider the another system of three equations and three unknowns. So now we have to solve the system of three equations with three unknowns. So we have to again go to mode, and then we have to choose the equation which is 5, and then we need to understand what kind of equations now we have. So we have x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 14, and here we have anx plus bny plus cnz is equal to dn. So we have the system of three equations and three unknowns. So we consider the choice 2. Now after putting this choice, we can get this kind of display here. So we have to enter the first equation. So this will give you the equation number. So we have to enter the first equation. Now see, we have to enter the coefficient. So coefficient of x is 1, and hence we enter 1. Now equal to the coefficients of this y. The first coefficient is 2. So we enter 2 and then equal to. Then the first value of c is 3. So we enter 3 and equal to. Then the first coefficient d is 14. So we enter 14 and equal to. So this way we have entered this equation. Now we need to enter the second equation. So for second equation, what are the coefficient? 3, 1, 2 and 11. So we enter 3 equal to, then we have 1 equal to, then we have 2, 2 and then enter. So we have entered the first coefficients 3, 1 and 2, and now what is the value of second value of d? So it is going to be 11. So we enter 11 and enter. So this way we have entered the second equation. Now we have to consider the third equation. So third equation is 2x plus 3y plus z is equal to 11. So we enter this coefficient 2 equal to, then 3 equal to, and then 1 equal to, and then what is the right hand side? We have 11. So we enter 11 and equal to. So this way we have entered all the values. Now let us solve this. To solve this, we have to again put the button equal to. So if we press the button equal to, this will solve the system and then we get the value. So we got the value of the first variable, that x is equal to 1. Now we want to find out what is the value of y. So again press equal to and we'll get the value of y. So y is equal to 2. Now we want the value of z. So again press the button equal to and we get z is equal to 3. So this way we are able to use the calculator to solve the system of 3 equations into 3 unknowns. Now let us try some another kind of equation. So how to solve the quadratic equation using calculator? So we have the quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So to solve this quadratic equation, we again go to more, then we choose equation, that is 5, and then we need to decide what kind of equation we have. So we are solving the quadratic equation, so our choice will be 3. So we choose 3, and now we have to enter the coefficient from in highest power to the lowest power. So we have here the coefficient of highest power is 1, the coefficient of x is minus 5, the coefficient of x raised to 0 is 6 and equal to 0. Now the value of a is 1 here, so let us enter 1. So we have 1 and then equal to. Now we consider the another coefficient, that is minus 5. So for using this minus value, we have to use this button. So it is minus and then 5 and equal to. So we got the second coefficient. Now for c, the value of c is here 6. So let us enter this. So 6 and equal to. So this way we have entered all the values. Now let us solve this. To solve this, again we have to use this equal to button. So press equal to and we get, so we got the first root of this equation is 3, and then we consider the second root. So the second root of this equation is 2. So this way we can solve the quadratic equation using this calculator. Now let us consider the higher degree equation. So for example, we consider a cubical one. Now how to solve the cubical equation using calculator, or how to find out the factors of this cubical expression using calculator? So again we have to go to mode and then we have to choose the equation. So we have 5. Now our equation is a cubical equation in one unknown only. So we have to choose the choice 4. So 4, then we got the coefficient. So here the coefficient A is 1, the coefficient B is minus 6, the coefficient C is plus 11 and the coefficient D is minus 6. So let us enter this. So we have the first coefficient 1 and then equal to. The next coefficient is minus 6. So we have to use this minus. So minus 6 and equal to. The next is plus 11. So 11 and enter. The next is minus 6. So this minus 6 and enter. So now we have entered all the coefficient. So let us solve this. So press equal to button and this will solve. So the first root we have got is 1. To see the next root, we have to again press equal to. So the next root is 3. So we have to for the next root we have to again press equal to, and hence we have equal to. So we got the third root is 2. So this way, this is a cubical polynomial which must have the 3 roots, and now we have calculated all the 3 roots using this calculator. So more you can do with the calculator. You can do with the matrices also. So now we need to understand the matrices, how to enter the matrices, and how we are able to find out the inverse of this matrices using calculator. So for that we need to go to matrix mode. So first we have to consider shift, then mode. So here we have the mode as matrix. So we have the sixth choice as matrix. So we consider 6 and we get matrix. So now we need to understand what matrix we are entering. So matrix A, matrix B and matrix C. So we have three choices. Now first we will enter the matrix A. So we will choose 1 and then it will ask for the dimension of this matrix. So we have the matrix 2 by 2. Now we will consider this 2 by 2 matrix. So we have to choose 2 by 2. So the 2 by 2 choice is fifth. That is, if we press 5, we get a 2 by 2 matrix. And now we have to enter these values 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 equal to, then 2 equal to, then we have 3 equal to, and we have 4 equal to. So this way we have entered the matrix. While doing the matrix operations, you must not use the on button. You must use the AC for having that matrix as it is in the memory. If you use on button, this matrix will get erased from the memory. So now we got we use AC, we come out of this, but your matrix is stored. So I want to see that matrix once again. Then what you have to do is shift, we have to use, then 4 for matrix, and then which matrix we have entered? We have entered matrix A. So 3 if we use, then we will get the matrix A, and then enter, that is equal to. See, this is the matrix that we have entered. Now what we can do with this matrices? Okay, so we want to find out the determinant of this matrix. Then we can again come out and we will find out the determinant as we have to press shift, then matrix, and then we want determinant. So here the choice for the determinant is 7. So 7. We want determinant of which matrix? Again we have to give the matrix A. So we have shift, then we will go to matrix, and then we choose A. So the choice of A is 3, and then we complete this bracket. So completed. Now I am calculating the determinant of this matrix A. So we put equal to, and see the determinant is calculated. The determinant for this matrix is 2. So this way we can calculate the determinant of this matrix, we can calculate the trace of this matrix, we can calculate the transpose of the given matrix. Now let us calculate the inverse of this matrix. So for the inverse we consider a 3 by 3 matrix. Now we have to enter this 3 by 3 matrix, and then we have to calculate the inverse of this 3 by 3 matrix. Now let us consider. So what we have to do is we have to go to shift, then matrix, then now we will be entering the another matrix. So we consider the matrix B, and for the B we have choice 4. So if we press 4, then we have to enter this. So if we want to see this matrix, so we have to set the dimension of this matrix first. Then we will go to shift, then matrix. So we will come out of this shift, then matrix, and then we have to set the dimension. So we will go with the 1. Now we want to set the dimension of matrix B. So we consider 2 and set the dimension. So B is matrix 3 by 3. So we will choose 1. So 1, and now we got the matrix B as a 3 by 3. So we have to enter these values. Now we consider the first value 2, then equal to, then minus 1. So for minus, this symbol we have to use, this button we have to use. So minus 1 and enter. So we got this minus 1. Now 1. So 1 and enter. So we got the first row. For the second row we have to enter 3, enter, then minus. So this minus 1 and enter, and this 1. So we have 1 and enter. Now we have to consider the third row. So we have 4, enter, then we have this minus 1 and enter, and then we have last element is 2. So 2 and enter. So this way we got our matrix now. Now we want to find the inverse of this matrix. So we have to come out by using this button AC. So we have come out now. We want the inverse, so we have to go with the shift and then matrix 4. So what the matrix we have entered? We have entered matrix B. So we want matrix inverse of matrix B. So we have to choose 4. So 4, and now we want inverse. So we can see here button x raised to minus 1. So that is for the inverse. So we use this inverse. Now matrix B, its inverse, and then we enter. So enter, and then we can get this inverse of this matrix B. So we can read this minus 1, 1, 0, minus 2, 0, 1, 1, minus 2 and 1. So this way we are able to calculate the inverse of the matrix, we are able to calculate the determinant of the matrix, we are able to calculate the trace of matrix and so on using this calculator.